education is is a hell of a thing, you know. I remember many years ago, a lot younger, not as many gray hairs as I have now, sitting in church, and the whole topic of credit cards came up. And I remember on several occasions hearing persons, you know, people who we looked up to within the congregation, saying that these pieces of plastic, they were evil. They were an instrument of the devil, designed to keep people in poverty, to keep you always owing, and that sort of thing. Of course, over the years, I have come to realize that is utter rubbish. As a matter of fact, with what is happening now, e-commerce, cyber crimes, and just protecting your money, we know it makes a lot more sense for you to use a credit card than a debit card every day. And the issue really boils down to discipline. How you use the card, how you manage the card. Now, this is not about credit cards. This is about artificial intelligence, because I've heard similar rubbish being uttered. This is fake intelligence. This is an instrument of the devil. It is meant to enslave us, to make us not think. It's going to bring on the apocalypse, and a host of other nonsense. And you know, with all this lack of educating the different congregations, I'm sure we now have a situation where we are advising, encouraging, and pushing some of our children, not mine, some children, into qualifying for jobs that are not going to be there within the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I mean, when you look at where we've come since the whole AI boom of ChatGPT, now we're talking AI agents, artificial intelligence agents that are able to do things for you, and they're getting pretty good at it. You look at video editing, you look at video creation, videographers, and so their roles are changing a bit. Even when you look within the business setting, you know, I'm not sure why I need to pay you to type a letter for me when I can have, you know, the technology do it for me, and do it so much faster, and maybe even better to a certain extent. You know, I remember about 3-4 years ago when this whole talk about coding came up. I said then, and maybe it's because I am not a programmer. If my life depended on it, yes, I'll write a few lines of codes, but that is not my thing. And I remember saying, hey, listen, coding is not the way to go. You look at what is happening within the technological space, coding is not it. Critical thinking, that is where the focus need to be. Problem solving, this is where the focus need to be. Getting our youngsters to think outside the proverbial box, getting them to come up with new ideas in terms of how you approach certain problems. And so we have and you know, I was listening the news, I think it was last week, and you know, this CEO was saying, listen, within the next year or so, programming, coding is going to be done. About 99% of it is going to be done by the technology, by AI. You know, I really think it's time that we cut out some of the BS, the nonsense, and start thinking critically. Start looking at whatever is made, whether it is the credit card, whether it is artificial intelligence. Be objective. Don't just approach it with this closed mindset, because at the end of the day, you may be putting yourself and your family members at a disadvantage. And that's all I'm saying on it, because the way I see it right now, our education system, it does not need a shot in the arm. Right? I think it needs resuscitation. It needs to be resuscitated. All right, a shot in the arm suggests that it's up and about and just need a little something. Because I don't know, where do we stand on artificial intelligence? What are we saying to our students? I know they're using it. I mean, I paid for a Perplexity subscription just what, yesterday. I signed up. I've been using it for a while, but I think I am getting enough from it to actually decide to pay the $20 every month for that. And it has made my work so much easier. And I think that is what we need to look at. Not saying, hey, I don't want this and technology, this and AI. But hey, come on, stop being a fool, right? How can you leverage it to make your job easier, to make your job better? Whether you're in marketing, you're a secretary, you're somebody in cybersecurity, whatever the area is, whatever the field is, how can you leverage the technology to make your job easier? And let me say this, if you're using the technology and you're being more stressed out, your job is being made harder, well, there are two things at play. One, either you're using the wrong tool, wrong technology, or you don't know what you're doing, right? You need to step up. Be safe, people. Yeah? Have a good one.